Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. It's Mary Jane, and let's talk about Married to Medicine, Season 6, Episode 5. Let's get into this. Let's just talk about Dr. Heavenly. If Dr. Heavenly she's proclaiming and she's boasting that her marriage is perfect, there's no faults. Everything is just like basically, 100. And if she ever have marital problems on this show or something comes out the closet about her and her husband, she's not going to get no sympathy from the crowd. She ain't going to get no sympathy from the ladies. So I don't know, I don't think she's putting on the show. I believe her marriage is just not as bad as everybody else, or she's able to keep her marriage under wraps while she filmed because she's talking about everybody else. So she's doing what she's supposed to do, I guess, in this situation. Then we got Simone just going off on Contessa, yelling and screaming like, come on, dial it back, hold on. Like, damn, the woman just had surgery. She can't really defend herself. And then the guy's kind of getting upset at Scott defending, Contessa, but Contessa's weak. She just had surgery. She just got hit in the breast the other day, and it was swollen, and she couldn't participate in the activities. And, yes, the men should stay out of the arguments, but out of the women arguments, but I think he felt like, his wife is weak. She's not able to defend herself like she normally would. But at least at the end, everybody came together. We got some apologies going on. We got some friendship. We got like some counseling going on. So that was cool. So let's get into it. So, Simone is like, oh, welcome back to the group, to Contessa. And Contessa was like, I just had surgery, whatever. And then Simone was like, well, why you always talk about your surgery? You're always playing like the victim. And she was like, I'm just tired of hearing about your surgery. But you said, welcome back to the group. It's not that she left the group. She had surgery. And Contessa was like, I only seen you one time. And then Simone was like, well, I seen you yesterday and the day before. Then why welcome her back to the group if you seen her yesterday and the day before? I was like, okay. But then they cut back to the footage where, Toya is basically saying, oh, I'm so glad you are here, Contessa, because you've been gone for like 3 weeks. And Contessa was like, oh yeah, I know I was, and I know I have been making excuses about why. She's saying that the surgery is really not the thing that kept her away from hanging out with the girls. You know what I mean? Because she was like, 3 weeks, like she could have been back with chilling, with hanging with the girls and participating, but I guess she felt like she didn't want to because of the tension that she had with Toya and not want to be down with that. And also, you already know Dr. Jackie went to go see Contessa and told her she needs to get back to work and get out here in these streets because Dr. Jackie was like, when I had my surgery, the same thing that you had, I was at work the next day or the day before. But Dr. Jackie, you are a beast when it comes to health and taking care of yourself and your body, so kudos to you. So we got that. So we have that incident going on between Simone and Dr. Simone and Dr. Contessa. And so this is when Contessa was like, so you seem, so why you keep talking about it? And then that's when Simone was like, F you, called her a bitch, said F you, get the F out of here, and she walked away, and she's yelling and she's screaming, and we're blaming it on the rum or whatever. But you know what, I hope they're not editing this and making it look like Simone is a mean, angry drunk, because that's like how it's seeming, that like she drinks and then she gets all fired up and all pissed off. Because before the ladies came on the trip, the issue was, Simone had an issue with, Quad, because Quad wasn't opening up and saying anything. And basically she was telling, Mariah that Quad shouldn't even come on a trip. Quad this, Quad that. But it seems like once she got to, Antigua, she got to Jamaica, she totally flipped the script. And her anger is towards, Contessa basically not being a part of the group, not showing up, using her surgery to not be around. And then you also could, accusing Toya of hitting her on purpose. So it seems like Dr. Simone is taking her anger out on Contessa. Contessa was like, I can't believe this. And Contessa's yelling and she's trying to go towards, Simone, but they're holding her back or whatever. And so you have Simone, she's over there talking to Curtis, who's like, well, she acts like she's not even a part of the group. She don't be around. And, to Cecil, she's telling Cecil that, and Cecil's like, calm down. She was like, I'm not calming down. And so then that's when Scott was like, yo, you gotta chill off, lay off my wife, because you too small to be coming at my wife. And so all the guys are looking at Scott like, you need to mind your business, you need to stop. But his wife is not able to really defend herself, and yelling and screaming, getting all upset is not good for her too as well. And because she overcome something that was very traumatic, and then on top of that, her father is still very sick. So we have that situation. And and so Scott was like, you like, yo, you're not you too small to be coming from my wife. And so as Contessa is being held back, or they're stopping her from coming over there to, Simone was like, oh, I guess she ain't in pain no more. I guess she ain't hurt. And I was like, damn, Simone, you proved the point. But she was upset with you. You don't call her a bitch and a victim. And she don't want to be no victim. And so then that situation, so then everyone's trying to calm down Scott and tell Scott to just chill out. Don't say anything else. You calm down. Your wife will calm down as well. So we have that situation. So Scott, he's quiet or whatever. So he goes over to where his wife Simone actually follows him over there too as well, while she's being talked to by Jackie. Jackie's actually talking to Contessa, trying to calm her down and everything like that. So then Simone goes over there like, are you gonna fight? I don't want to fight. I can't fight. Then why are you starting shit? Why are you calling her a bitch and F you, calling her a victim, all up in her face, pointing your fingers, just being very disrespectful? Now if she would have bit off your finger, she would have got kicked off the show. But still, Simone, if you can't fight, you can't defend yourself. You need to talk to people appropriately. You need to talk to people like maybe they're one of your clients or one of your patients, but you just don't yell and go off because she said she's because she was she just had surgery. She didn't mean it like that. She meant it because you just seen her the other day, and then on top of that, you welcome her back to the group, and she's been on a plane with y'all. She's been with y'all. So you was being condescending towards her, and then she to Contessa off the rip. So she was being condescending towards you, Simone, by saying that, I had surgery. That's why I wasn't around. I didn't leave the group or anything like that, but, so we have that situation. Then Simone, she apologized to Contessa. Contessa was like, you called me a bitch. You said F me. What did I do to you? Why are you coming at me like that? Like, this woman just had surgery, just got hit or whatever. She didn't just have surgery, but shit, 3 weeks in surgery. Let me tell you, if I had the surgery that Contessa had, I would be milking that shit. Like, come on, like, that's something deep. Like, you can lose your life. And plus, on top of that, she said, I ain't no victim because I chose surgery. I chose this. I chose to make sure that I don't have this gene or this cancer gene build up in my body. You know what I mean? So she was like, I ain't no victim, so don't call me no victim. And I think, Dr. Simone was very wrong. And Contessa was like, what did she do? Team up with Toya? Toya just sitting there watching like, I ain't gotta do shit. I'm like, damn. So we have that situation. So Simone, took Contessa's sunglasses off her face, and Contessa's actually crying. So she actually apologized to her and everything. But it's like, damn, Simone, why are you? It's just like, of all people, you'll think that you'll understand what she's going through, but I guess not, because you haven't been sick or anything like that, and you have your own house. You have 2 houses where you stay in one house and your husband stay in the next house, so you're not really as hands-on as Contessa is. And plus she has surgery too as well. So anyways, but even though Simone and Cecil are going to be moving into one house, that's cool. Simone felt like, damn, I got called the bitch. Like, they're getting on Contessa. Like, damn, right now, Contessa can fight. We know Contessa is like G.I. Jane. We know she commanded a whole platoon of people. She flew helicopters and planes or whatever she did, and she survived in war zones or whatever catastrophic shit was going on when she was in the military. And then boom, she ain't never been scared, because when she was about to argue with Toya in the restaurant, when Toya said, well, go walk away then, and Contessa came back and said, what you say? And she sat down. We already know Contessa's not scared. We know Contessa is fit. But right now, she's not. She's mentally going through a lot of things too as well. Her surgery, trying to be mom, trying to be doctor, and then trying to support her father that is sick too as well, and not forcing him to take his medication or get any other treatment. So, she's at her weakest point. So, that's why her husband Scott came in there. And Scott looked like he'd be laying it down. Scott looks like he takes Contessa in that bedroom and be like, this is it. I'm GI. I'm GI. I'm the commander in chief in this room. And she'd be like, gays. Like, so it seems like Contessa and Scott are happy and they have each other's back. Like, they're not down for, somebody yelling and screaming at their partner, not saying anything. Like, they have this bond where they're connected, where they're going to jump in and say something. But maybe if they continue to be on the show, they'll realize, they'll probably be more softening about the situation. But Damon jumped in. Aiden jumped in the argument. Damon was ready to fight Aiden like it was nobody's business. I was just like, damn. And we don't even see that from Aiden. So we have that situation that is smashed, is done. You know, they end up eating. And then, you know, hosting that trip was actually, you know, Mariah. And she had a speech to say. Basically, she apologized to Dr. Damon, spreading rumors, saying things about him. And she also said in her confession notes, if she finds out receipts or she catches bones and things like that she's gonna keep him to herself, because it's not her job to tear up somebody's family. She's still being shady. So it still wasn't a legit apology. So we see at the reunion they're gonna bring this up like you wasn't serious. But anyways, Damon took her apology and he accepted her apology. And then Dr. Heavenly was like, we accept your apology, but Dr. Heavenly, Mariah was not apologizing to you. She was apologizing to Damon. And so when we get to the boat, let's go back to the boat scene, where's Mariah, is Heavenly, and Simone is Dr. Jackie. And so Contessa was like, you call me bitch or whatever. And then Simone was like, that's just my word. And Heavenly was like, no, that's my word. And then Mariah was like, no, bitch mama is your word. So we get back to that situation. And then, so, you know, Heavenly was like, okay, we'll move forward. I accept your apology. Mariah didn't stop and say, okay, no, I didn't apologize to you. She was like, okay, so supposedly they're going to move on from this point forward and move on. And so then Damon started dancing. They started having a good time, and Damon actually apologized to Aiden, I think, again, I don't know. So they started dancing, had a dance off. You know, Toya was shaking her ass over Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly didn't know what to do. Not Aiden, you got Damon doing the robot, the funky chicken. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know how he was dancing. So we have that situation. Then they're eating. They're talking about no biscuits or anything like that. No more, because biscuits brings out the worst. And Simone, I mean, not Simone, but and Toya. So we have that situation. And so everything's all good. Now they're back on the bus and about to do a couples therapy. And we got, you know, Dr. Heavenly is going to be hosting it. She's going to get a second time to do things over, because the first time it was terrible. So, you know, now they're having dinner. They're having a good time. It seems like everything is going well. And they don't really want to do the couples therapy. Heavenly gets up and leave. They want to know where Heavenly's going. Even Curtis was like, where's your booty going? Where's your boo going? How come she didn't come back? And so then that's when Toya was like, hey, we're going to walk over to the beach. And there you go, Dr. Heavenly. She's sitting there. Everybody's like, oh my goodness, they can't believe this is going to happen. But when Heavenly did the couples therapy last year, it might have been messy, but damn sure was good for TV. And the ratings went up and people was glued to their TV, including me. And so Dr. Heavenly switched it around. She said, today, you know, a lot of people is upset with me because I didn't allow people to ask me and my husband questions or us questions. But actually, she didn't want nobody to ask her husband questions because she didn't want them to pull something out of him, because Damon will be honest and tell the truth ASAP. So she was like, you can question me and ask me about my marriage. And so that was the therapy where you get to ask, you know, Dr. Heavenly questions. And so now they got the couples therapy going on. And so you have Jackie. She asks, you know, Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Jackie asks Dr. Heavenly, are you really submissive to your husband? Are you truly submissive? Or are you pretending like you're submissive and fooling him? And basically Dr. Heavenly was like, no, I'm submissive to him. He's not a dominant type of person. He's not a dominant leader. It's not like it's a no, my way or the highway. And he's a sensitive, caring, touching leader too as well, but we're both submissive to each other. So she answered, so Dr. Jackie was like, I like that because, I pretend like I'm submissive sometimes, and sometimes I really am. And, Curtis was like, it's all good. Whatever floats your boat, baby. And so we have that situation. And then Dr. Heavenly was also asked the question about, the kids, like how do they discipline the kids? Like what if she doesn't agree with what Damon is doing? How do they work that situation out? How does she help out in that situation? And how does she work, that situation when it comes to the kids, when they have a disagreement on the way that they are raising or punishing the kids? And she said basically, Dr. Damon is the great father. He's the greatest man in the world. I don't spend that much time with my kids. I don't talk to them that much because I've been busy building a practice. I've been busy doing this, busy doing that, busy in UHEFA's business. That Damon is truly, the mother and the father. He's everything that I can't be, and he picks up all my slack, basically. And the reason my kids are so smart and so well behaved is because of Damon and not me. So basically, she was putting that halo over her marriage, and when they ever get through that halo and knock it down, hopefully it doesn't happen. But when they do, she's not gonna. No one's gonna. Everybody's gonna be like, I know you was lying. You faulty. So we have that situation, and then Heavenly was also asked about her marriage, like, how do you keep your marriage going? How do you have the love? How do you have a successful marriage? And she said, because I trust and I respect and I give him sex. That's it. And so then Quad asks, Dr. Heavenly, did you trap Damon? And Dr. Heavenly said, yes, I did trap Damon. And then that's when Damon got up and said, I knew from the very first moment I laid my eyes on her and I was with her that she was my wife. And I want the baby, and I wanted to be a father too as well. So that's why I was very selective who I married, because I know whoever I married I was going to be with forever and ever. I was like, damn, it sounds so good, man. Like, you guys are doing it, and I give you guys all the accolades in the world, because right now, there's really no negativity coming out about y'all marriage. It seems like you guys really love each other. Your kids are on point, and you guys do not belittle each other, talk behind each other's back, or talk bad about one another on camera or in front of people where they can use that against you. So I appreciate that. And Damon almost made me cry. He was like, I loved her forever. She didn't trap me. I wanted to be there. I wanted to have a baby. I wanted to be a father. I was like, yo, you go, Damon. He was like, I got to get up and say something. See how they back each other up and they support each other. And we don't have any stories about him cheating or anything like that. So that was truly good to see too as well. And so So they was cracking on the bus, and they was just talking about Toya and her birth control pills, and Toya was all like, listen, I ain't gonna take the birth control no more. I'm gonna use the pull-off method. And then Mariah was like, I can't use that. I'm too fertile. I was like, these women are way too much. Everybody's like, well, then you want another baby then. And then it was talking about, rum punch, calling, Simone rum punch. They're making Simone look like she's a mean alcoholic. I'm just like, whoa. So we have that situation. And then, we have these guys going out and supporting the community and giving treatment. Then Eugene actually gets a patient that needs really help. She needs some help, and she needs to take her medication, but she doesn't like the medication because of the side effects. And side effects will really fuck you over, though. Side effects are really serious, and sometimes some people can't handle side effects or deal with them. But like Eugene said, the side effects is way less than what would happen if you do have a heart attack, because high blood pressure medication, if you take more than 1, 2, or 3, they do have side effects, all types of side effects. So it's really important to eat right too as well. And so now we have, how we have Simone talking about, this is how, Toya and Dr. Eugene got through this trip. They had everybody pitch in and do a part, because they had the love boat. Then, they had the dinners, and now they're having the couples therapy. Like every couple chip in and do and provide a part of the activity for all the couples on the trip. So it really makes sense. Yes, Toya did the damn thing. And actually the couple therapy session actually went well, because it was just about, Heavenly did that right. Instead of going, she's like, she picked so much last year, and then marriage, like we had Cecil confessing like, I shouldn't have took the money. We had Dr. G talking about hell this, hell that, I don't give a shit. Like, we had the couples going and son. So now we get to, Jackie O's beach, and, it's supposed to be nice. And basically Simone is doing a little couple thing where you put in what you hate about yourself, or something that you want to remove, something negative. You wish it into the seashell, and then you throw it in the water. So, have Simone wants to be put, and I'm so glad Simone talked about, Tammy, and putting Tammy behind her. And she said, I'm going to try to put Tammy behind me, and that hurt feeling and what I went through. Then Jackie had to correct him, was like, no, you're going to put it in the seashell, leave it in there, then throw it in the water. Stop trying to carry it. And Dr. Jackie was like, Simone's always trying to carry pain and baggage. And that's the problem, because then she lashes out somebody when she's in my opinion, that's when she lashes out on someone because she's dealing with situations that she's holding on to, and then a shot of liquor just get her going. So basically the Tammy situation and removing Tammy and basically how she felt hurt and disrespected by this woman Tammy and no longer having her in her life. And then we had Cecil, Cecil basically saying that he removed her and, it was hurting his wife so much so they're no longer friends. I'm glad that they dabbled on this and talked about it. That the woman, Tammy, she's out the picture. She's a no-go. She's gone. We got Dr. Heavenly. She don't got nothing to say. She's talking about the toilet seat and shit. Simone's like, well, if you can't take this seriously, then F you. And everybody's like, oh, shit, Simone's about to go off. I thought Simone was about to go off. Then Dr. Heavenly's like, I don't really got nothing negative to say. Okay, I'll say I'm too controlling. I control everything Damon does. And so Toya was like, nobody believes you control Damon. So we have that situation. Then we have Mariah. Her situation was losing one of her Chanel shoes. Even one of the cast members stole it. The people in the hotel stole her shoes, or Aiden lost her shoes. But what she wants to do is transferring of anger. She don't want to transfer anger towards her husband anymore. Like she's mad at his family, she's mad at her family, not to bring it home and put it on him and making him angry too as well. So she's going to throw that shit out the window. And Jackie basically wants to move on and have a new beginning and start new and start fresh. Leave the past in the past and make her and all that hurt feeling and all that negativity that was on last year, just to leave and just keep moving, just to build new beginnings. And that's it. And letting go of all the hurt and the pain and the disrespect that she felt, letting it go. And then moving on from that, Toya wants to change her attitude because when she mad, Eugene gets mad. And basically, same thing with transferring energy. She wants to change her attitude because her attitude affects her husband. And when he's working all day and when he comes home, she doesn't want to continue to make him have a bad day by having a negative attitude. So she's going to leave that behind. She's going to throw that in the water and move on. So, and then we have, Quad. Quad doesn't want to bring the baggage of what happened to her and her marriage with Dr. G into a new relationship once she started dating. So that is smart. That is wise. So they do all that other good stuff. So everything's all good. And they all left on a good note. So they left the trip without, I guess this is one of the most decent trips that they had. But we had the Contessa situation where she thought Toya hit her. We had Simone going off. Peace. We had Heavenly and Mariah about to get in it. Mariah done made a shank. Peace. I'm out. One love. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. It was a good episode. You can see that the ladies are maturing a lot, especially dealing with other people. But Simone, she got some things that she got to work on that I don't even think it has anything to do with the circle. It's just her inner insights and how she reacts and talks to people. She has to learn to be more humbling towards people and not thinking that she can get away with calling people bitches and yelling at them. And Heavenly comes for people when they come for her. She picks up all the sly remarks, but she can be nicer too as well. And Mariah, she's trying to be nicer. She's trying to be better, but she's still hurt too. So she got to deal with her hurt. And her hurt is coming from the whole group. It's coming from the group before Heavenly, the group before Contessa. She's hurt. And she's still, and for her to put her face back on the show and be back on the show, even though she thrived and she wanted to, she's still hurt. Peace. I'm out. One love.